Mike Callahan here with Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook Live. So not exactly a submitted question to SimpleGrowth directly, but I was in one of the user groups for software that we use, and somebody was asking, how can I send an email blast out to everybody in my software and exclude like one or two people? Great question, but not exactly the question I'm going to be answering here, because there was a lot of comments back talking about doing generic email blasts with a lot of disregard about where they're at in the customer life cycle. So customer life cycle is the foundational part of marketing, in my opinion. This is something that I learned 9 or 10 years ago and has been absolutely instrumental in both of my businesses. And life cycle marketing is talking to people where they're at in the customer life cycle. Now, if you're going to do a generic email blast, we need to really think about how that is going to be portrayed. So let's just say we're in August right now, and we're considering doing an email blast to all of the people in your database, in your software, no matter what it is, for aeration and overseeding, or maybe fall cleanup. But I like the aeration and overseeding example. And this example works really well in home cleaning as well. But what we want to really do is start and have some logic and some reasoning about where our customer is in that life cycle market and potentially our sales funnel. So I'm going to really start from the beginning and work it over here. But before I kind of give you the high level overview and why it's so important, where I'm saying this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that you can make in your marketing play is I've seen a lot of larger companies not take the time to dial in and have a automated but personal conversation. So whether you're using automations or just a generic email blast to everyone in your database, you should have segmentation in your database based on where they're at in the services. So it's not only enough to say, this person already has the aeration and overseeding service, or they already have a weekly or biweekly clean service. But we also need to know how many people have already requested an estimate for it and we're in the sales pipeline. We probably don't want to tackle those folks. We want to exclude them. Do they have a job on a waiting list, such a product like Service Autopilot, where it's not a scheduled job per se, like we know the exact day and potentially the time, but they're kind of in a holding pattern waiting to schedule that job? Because traditionally, aeration, overseeding, or a fall cleanup doesn't have to be done on a particular day. It's okay to be done in a date range. So what we see is a lot of larger companies that don't understand life cycle marketing. Well, small businesses as well. So I'd say businesses of all size. But I'm thinking one in particular, without mentioning any names, they will email blast out all their client base and say, hey, it's time for aeration and overseeding. Here's some of the benefits. Click down below to sign up. And oh, by the way, if you've already signed up, just disregard this email. But what you've really done here is you're not talking to your customer where they're at in the life cycle. You are basically spamming your own client that's already begun to know, like, and trust you. And you're starting to devalue that trust and value that you bring. So we really want to talk to them where they're at. So whether you're doing a manual email blast or an automated series of upsells, we need to go in and have logic built around the service and talk particularly where they're at and have some safeguards. Now, especially if you're in Canada. So at SimpleGrowth, we work with companies all over North America, England, and Australia. But best practice really for US or Canada is to have a double opt-in in there and have them give you permission to do this email marketing. So if you're in Canada and you don't get this double opt-in, I believe the fine could be upwards of $10,000 in email. In addition, in the bottom footer of that email, any business to consumer, which is basically what we're doing, business from lawn care company or home cleaning company to consumer, needs to have an opt-out there. You can't bury it. Best practice by law, you need to have that in there. So we're going to talk to them specifically where they're at in the life cycle. We're going to build in some logic. So if they're middle of an estimate for it, they're on a waiting list, or several other things that may happen, we're not going to have a conversation with them to get them to sign up for that service if they've already signed up. That makes us look stupid. So we want to build that logic in there. And so customer life cycle marketing has really been the key to success in my business at Callahan's, and especially at SimpleGrowth. So when somebody hits your website or calls your office, you really want to track what service they're interested in so we can have an automated but personal conversation around the exact service they're interested in. And we're not going to be a sleazy salesperson. We're immediately going to follow up with a thing we like to call a lead letter, the 5 or 6 reasons why your business is different. And next, after that, most importantly, and this is something that a lot of lawn care and home cleaning companies disregard as no value, is we want to educate them how to do that service as a professional to create a higher perceived value, make you the expert in your market. But in addition, we want to overcome any sales or price objections associated with that specific service. So once again, we're talking them to as a lead that requires a lawn mowing estimate. Then once we submit that estimate, we're going to do a process that we call 20 days to close, but it's an automated estimate follow-up that's going to have 5 or more touches across email, text, and phone call or ringless voicemail bomb. And now they are a lawn mowing customer with an estimate that needs to be closed or potentially lose the estimate. So we've got an if else basically there. Now, on the most perfect situation, now we've won the estimate and we have a lawn mowing customer that needs the welcome and wow acclamation to the welcome email with a credit card onboarding, a 30, 60, and 90-day follow-up if it's a reoccurring service. So once again, we're customizing our conversation that's automated on where they're at in the life cycle marketing. So is the first service in a reoccurring service or is the first service in a one-time service? Those are things that need to be put in there because it would look really foolish if you followed up 30, 60, and 90 days for somebody that had only a one-time aeration and overseeding as their first service. It's going to look really out of whack. So we need to customize where they're at in that life cycle marketing. Now, just like we do in home cleaning, if they signed up for an initial clean or maybe in a lawn care, if they signed up for an initial aeration and overseeding, and that's a one-time service within a 5 to 7 day span, if they didn't sign up for a reoccurring service, we automatically trigger a process saying, hey, it looks like you've signed up for our aeration and overseeding services. We hope the service is great. Most of our clients that provide aeration and overseeding services to also have a 4 to 5 step fertilization program or weekly mowing services. So based on where you're at and your service selections, this would marry up nicely and we would upsell that ancillary service. So if you're watching this on August 17th on Monday, August 19th on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I've actually got a free webinar, a free thing here on SimpleGrowth where you actually learn the secrets of upselling your services. But this is kind of the foundational parts of it. So we're upselling based on the service they have or don't have and having a actual conversation where we can provide real value in a short amount of time. So that's very, very important. And then on the end of that customer life cycle, if we have a reoccurring service, we're upselling other additional services based on the timing. If we have a one-time service, we're going to upsell a reoccurring service and then upsell again other ancillary services based on the time of the season. And then eventually we may lose an estimate. So we want the ability to know we've lost an estimate for weekly mowing or weekly cleaning and be able to go out and nurture and reactivate at the appropriate time, once again, based on that customer life cycle. And then finally, no matter how good the service is, someone's eventually going to cancel. So we want to be able to have an imaginary bucket per service to be able to go out and reactivate and do some long-term nurture to get that client to reactivate and request an estimate for the service they canceled. At my company, Callahan's, we were finding about a 2 to 3% reactivation of all of our canceled clients, because a lot of times we find out that 80% of canceled clients are indifferent. They don't love our company. They don't hate our company. We've just failed to wow them. Or maybe a cheaper competitor has come in and they've gone for the price cut and realized the service isn't that good on that side of the street. Or maybe they got a college kid coming home that wants to make some extra money cleaning the house or cutting the lawn for books and college expenses. And then that student has moved out of the house and they need a professional service to jump back in. So probably a lot of times it has nothing to do with your service business when people cancel, but a lot of times people will crumple up the estimate we lose and physically throw it or imaginary throw it in the garbage. But we paid for those leads. Why not nurture and reactivate them? And then same thing with canceled folks. 80% of the time, it's not our fault why they canceled. They're just indifferent. So let's go and give them some nurture, build the value back up, and hopefully through reciprocity, when they're ready to switch or come back, they're ready. But that's the idea. And the idea here is do not, in my opinion, best practice, do not do generic email blasts trying to upsell your services. Now, general communication about rain delay and things like that may be appropriate. But even then, You may not want to send a general email about rain delay if you've got somebody on a waiting list for a service in a month down the road, because that's going to look kind of goofy. So we really want to have those communications that we send out one-to-many in an email blast or an automation really dialed into customer lifecycle marketing. So we need to know the status if they're a customer or not. Is that lead been closed? Is it a canceled client or a lost estimate? Is it someone who may already have a job on a waiting list for a fall cleanup and already requested that estimate? We just haven't gotten it to them yet. So that's not a email blast you want to send out, because you're discrediting yourself. So I really suggest segmenting your database and standardizing your service names and keep it simple. And this Wednesday here on August 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern on the SimpleGrowth Facebook page, I'm going to be breaking down exactly step-by-step how to have an automated upsell system that's going to return massive investments. And in some cases, how to increase your client lifetime value for just that 12-month period by about 75%. And we all know it's easier to sell to our existing clients because they know, like, and trust us versus going out and having to sell work to new people that don't know you, because that client acquisition cost is going to cut into your profits. But once you have a solid base of customers, avoiding doing email blasts and general marketing is going to continue to keep your list fresh, and we're providing value when they need it, and we're continuing to build that reciprocity. So hopefully that helps around that question that was posted in that Facebook group around email blasting everybody out. And in addition, check it out at 7 p.m. Eastern this Wednesday, August 19th, right on the SimpleGrowth page. And we're going to break down these steps very simply, how to build an upsell machine in your business and raise that client lifetime value for the year between 75 and 100%, almost double it. So really good stuff. And those things add bottom line profits, because if you're looking at your service business right now, especially in the lawn care industry, you've recovered the majority of your overhead for that whole entire year. So this is the time you want to put the pedal to the metal and not let up, and go out and upsell those really profitable services like aeration and overseeding or fall cleanups, or especially holiday lights as well. So looking forward to seeing everybody this Wednesday, August 19th at the SimpleGrowth Facebook page, 7 p.m. Eastern. Callahan's Corner. You ask the questions. We answer them live right here on Facebook.